Hey! WolfGxngDon, never lagging. 2K bills to the fraction. Breaking it down to the pound, puts news and views on tips to get you cracking. It don't stop till we on top, boy. Brick by brick, we gotta build. Give a like and drop a sub. This WolfGxngDon, you know it's real. Never chill. Sauce it up, we stacking, getting bills. Peep the traction, getting badges. 2K champ, this how it feels. This the dawn, yeah. Running it up, no time to play. You know what's on, yeah. The greatest builds inside 2K.
What is good, YouTube? It's your boy Don back here with another build video, man, and today I got y'all covered with a dope power forward build that can do a little bit of everything that you're gonna want. I'm talking about shooting, you know, decent dribbling, not too much. You know, you really don't need a lot of dribbling as a power forward, but we got the finishing at a high level and it can defend, you know, as much as a power forward is gonna need to, man. I'm talking about either the perimeter or down low. You'll be straight. But all right, let's get right into the build. So first things first is at the power forward position. Handing this is up to you, jersey number is up to you. Let's keep it going, man. So all right, for the body settings on this, we got 6'8", 210 pounds with a 7'3" wingspan, man. And that's plenty long enough. I'm saying you're not going T-Rex arms, it's not too short. You'll be straight on this build. All right, let's go ahead and continue so we can get into these stats. So starting off with the finishing, we're not going to go crazy high with the close shot. I don't anticipate a power forward taking that many of them, so we can go with a 72 there, but you will be able to hit them. Let's say you got a crazy mismatch, you got a small forward or something on you, or you're playing the 3 and you got a little guy, you'll be able to still make those. So with the driving layup, we're going to take this up to an 85. You can see we're starting to unlock some of these badges in there, you know what I'm saying? So with the driving dunk, this is the one that we're going to take kind of high because we do want to have posterizer on gold. We also get slithery, limitless takeoff. Now, if you want to maximize all 3 of those badges, what you will have to do if you want to keep the build the way it is, you will have to go ahead and do the double core for the finishing, man. And I set this build up just so you'll be able to do that. So all right, now we got the standing dunk. We're gonna take that up to a 70. You do still want to have those for a few different reasons. Standing oops, you know, those are actually pretty fun to get. I love it anytime I get one of those. And you know, just a few dunk packages do require standing dunk as well. Now post control, we can go ahead and leave that alone. With the mid-range shot, we're gonna take this up to a 74. I don't ever prioritize the midi because you really don't need a high rating to make them, man. As long as you know your jump shot timing, you'll be good to go. Now for the 3-point shot, we will be maxing that out, man. At the 4, you definitely want to be able to shoot. It's kind of your job to be able to stretch the floor as well. So with the free throw, we're going high with this one. With a driving dunk this high, when you're attempting these dunks, you're probably going to get fouled a lot. So you want to make sure you can knock those shots down at the line. For the free throw, we can go with an 81. So me personally, I use free throw 7. It has not been bad for me, but you know, there's a few staples like Michael Jordan. A lot of people use that free throw. Super easy to time. Now for the pass accuracy, I'm gonna take this up to a 75, man. We're not trying to be out there dotting people up. This build is made to get a bucket and play some defense. Now for the ball handle, we're gonna take this up to a 70 just because you don't want to be just getting ripped every time you put the ball down. So we're gonna take that up to a 70. We will knock this back down. I actually accidentally went up too high, so we're gonna take that speed with ball to a 40. Now for the defense, I'm trying to go consistent across the board. So one of the things we want to do with the interior defense, we're going to take that up to a 70. Like I said, I'm just trying to make sure it's serviceable. I'm making this build to be able to play defense in the interior, on the perimeter, everything. Now speaking of perimeter, we're going to take this perimeter defense up to a 75. You will not be slow out there. You'll be able to guard a lot of the perimeter players because you're probably going to be playing out on the perimeter. Most power forwards can shoot. Now for the steal, we're going to take this up to a 78. This is to unlock that silver interceptor, man. That's something you will definitely want on this build. It'll help you a lot. You'll be able to play defense in a lot of different situations. Now with the block, we're going to take this up to an 87 to get that gold, not gold, but get that silver anchor, man. You're going to need that badge. Now for the defensive rebound, we're going to take this up to a 93. Now you want it at a 93 so you can get that gold rebound chaser, but I'm sure you already know that. Y'all been playing this game for a little minute now. Now time for the physicals. I try not to skimp on these just because it is very important to have good physicals or your build is going to be trash regardless of the other stats that you have. So we're going to take the speed all the way up, make the build as fast as possible. That 83 speed will be, it's going to be good. You'll be faster off ball. Those cuts will be much better. just trust me, you want to take the speed all the way up. The acceleration, we're going to take that all the way up as well. Now for the strength, we're not going crazy high on the strength. This is literally just so you'll be able to fight back down there in the post. I mean, you might have a problem if the other person is over 7 foot, but for most builds that you'll probably face playing the 4, you'll be straight. Now for the vertical, we're going high vertical on this to match that high driving dunk. We're going with an 85. And last but not least, we're going to take that stamina up to a 90. Now take a look at the build. See what we got. We got 19 finishing badges, 20 shooting badges. And the reason why I went with 20 shooting badges is so that I can get to catch and shoot in tier 3 and still have enough to do everything I'm going to need. But we'll talk more about that in a second. We got 11 playmaking badges, probably the least important category to me on a power forward. And then we got 20 of them things on defense, which is more than enough. And like I said, we got that little core thing from last season. So you'll be able to fool around with the badges, make more use of a different category. Really depends on what you want to do as a power forward, man. All right, let's go ahead and continue. These are the 2 takeovers that we do get. We get rim protecting and sharpshooting. I would highly suggest going spot up and stuff blocks. I know pain intimidation, people like that, but I feel like you get the pain intimidation from stuff blocks and just have an anchor on. And it gives you a chance to get some of those snatches, some of those crazier blocks. I just like to see it, man. It makes the game a little more fun for me. All right, we can go ahead and continue so we can talk about what the build comes out as, man. So we got shades of John Collins, whoever that is, Dave Deboucher. Yeah, sounds right. All right, then Jeremy Grant comes out as an inside-out scorer, which is a pretty boring name. But you know, 2K really has been pretty much calling everything that. But all right, let's go ahead and get into these badges, man. Like I said earlier, you got a few different options when it comes to the core badge scheme. So like, personally, I would either double core finishing, a double core defense, and that's why I went with what I went with for the shooting badges. So you'll have enough to get the important badges without having to sacrifice much of anything else. Now, when it comes to finishing, first thing we want to do, go ahead and put Giant Slayer on silver. Aerial Wizard, I like this on Hall of Fame. I really like this badge, man. It makes catching oops so much easier, in my opinion. Let me know what y'all think about that badge down in the comment section. So then we're gonna go ahead and put Fearless on silver. We will core Posterizer on gold. It's an easy badge to get cored up. I mean, you just gotta do Posterizer stuff, and I mean, you'll get it. It's pretty easy to do, man. And the best way that I've seen is just in my career, calling oops almost every time is gonna give you a Posterizer, even if there's really not anybody under the goal. And then we got Limitless Takeoff on gold as well. Now for shooting, like I said, I do plan on not having a shooting core badge, so I'm gonna just set the build up as that. And if you can't, you know, if you didn't hit 40 last season, you really missed out, because that was really important. So all right, we got Green Machine on gold. We're gonna put Volume Shooter on gold. You could run this on bronze, really up to you. I like to have Slippery Off Ball on, just in case I do decide to set some screens, and Claymore. That's really important for this build. Gives you a little boost to those standstill shots. Pretty much 1-2, catch the ball, shoot, and you good to go. Now catch and shoot is the last badge I'm gonna put on, and we're gonna put that on gold. It's probably the most important badge to this build, is to make sure you got that catch and shoot. Now for the playmaking, man, this is probably the only weak spot, but I wouldn't consider adding any badges here, just to make your playmaking a little bit higher. You really don't got crazy stats or anything, so I wouldn't really waste them on this spot. So we got Quick First Step. We're gonna core Vice Grips, Needle Threader, put that on silver as well. Then in tier 1, we got Hybrid Drive on silver and Break Starter on silver. Break Starter is really just when you catch the ball, so you can throw the ball down the court better. Now, last but not least, we got defense. And like I said, you can core either this one, which I would recommend, or you can core finishing. Either way, but remember, you would lose that shooting badge. Now, we're gonna put Box Out Beast on gold. Go ahead and put Chase Down on silver. I don't really think that badge is like crazy important. Glove on bronze, just because I want to be able to steal the ball a little bit. A lot of times people that play the 4/5 are not great dribblers, man. So go ahead and take advantage of those dudes. Then we got Anchor on silver, and last but not least, we got Rebound Chaser on gold. And that's pretty much it for me, man. I'll catch y'all boys in the next one. It's your boy Don, and I'm up out of here. Let me know what y'all think about the build down in the comment section. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. But peace.
Piling paper, got them talking nice to me. Down the bottle, it be going right through me. Brown baby, down to take a flight to me. They think that I'm stunting, but it's slight to me. Piling paper, got them talking nice to me. Guess that's why the